Hi, everybody. I'm doing a quick reaction to Tron Ares as per request from Joseph, AK Aspects. And I really wanted to just kind of look at this from not just a marketing perspective and what is going on currently with the results of the box office. Currently in theaters now, people are responding to it. Here we are. Let's do it. And let's see. Okay, let's do this. First shot, very interesting. Kind of reminds me a little bit of 2001: A Space Odyssey. I remember Tron Legacy had the color code of blue and black. This is strikingly different from Legacy. So it's telling you, kind of like giving you that strong vibe, like, hey, this is different from the last movie. Let's continue.
Since time began,
Okay, something recognizable. Okay.
man has gazed at the stars and he has wondered.
So far, it sounds like somebody's at a TED Talk or some kind of presentation doing their thing.
Am I alone?
Oh, this is the real world. Okay. Oh, that's
So
cool.
much talk of AI and big tech today.
True. We're, calling upon current events. Yes, yes, yes.
Virtual worlds, what are they going to look like? When will we get there? Well, folks, we're not going there. They are coming here. I would like you to meet Ares, the ultimate soldier. He's biblically
Cool.
strong, lightning fast, supremely intelligent. And if he is struck down on the battlefield,
Oh, snap. That looks pretty painful.
I will simply make you another.
Ah, okay. So what it looks like is that this looks like this is a presentation that is being given to like big leaders all over the world. They talked about soldiers, so it must be about wars. And this is sort of the proposal. Hey, here's a weapon that you can use. Highest bidders, get the product. So it looks like Tron Ares is a product. Oh man, that's pretty interesting. I like the idea. I like the idea of Tron Ares being a product. I'm gathering that Tron is now Ares. Like that's the new Tron was the old version, but the new version is now Aries, sort of like Windows 10, Windows 11. There's just a new version of the same thing. I'm going based on what is presented in front of me in this thing. It looks really cool so far, a lot of special effects, but you don't get story actually so far. We're almost halfway through and no story elements. Okay.
You think you're in control of this?
So cool. I love the
You're not.
visuals. Ooh. No, you can't do that to a cop car. You're in trouble now. Ooh, 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 the music. The music, guys. So good.
What are you?
Cool.
Looking for something. Something I do not understand.
Okay, so the way he said something I do not understand is giving me Matrix vibes. It's giving me strong Matrix vibes. Yeah, this is giving me strong Matrix vibes. And like almost like this could be if and I think so far I don't know if they did this or not, but it would have been really cool if they had taken this as a reverse matrix. Like, what is reality? How can we create reality? That kind of like, what can you do with reality if you created? You know, if you went theoretical and philosophical on this, I mean, that could really give you a really strong gut punch. And I think that was always the magic of Tron, was like this virtual world that's in another plane that has been created, that anybody could probably create a world like Tron, right? So those are like sort of the deeper aspects that the story could have gone on. I don't know if they went that way. I don't think they went that way, but that seems to be the theme of Tron, was what if you could make the world however you wanted to? Because even in the last movie, Legacy, the bad guy was sort of like, I want to create Earth in the image. I want that to be my place where I can take over and make it in the image that I wanted to make it. Or what we call Evil Flynn wanted that. So yeah, it's kind of a cool concept, and something that the Matrix started out with, but failed to follow through with, was that you could make life on Earth the way you wanted it to be, but you have to create the world. You have to create that world for yourself, and don't let the Matrix of society tell you what to do, but go outside of your design, right? Go outside of what you think is possible and just like create worlds. And so that is something too, especially with the occurrence of AI and everything, is that you could do something like that. And that's the beauty of Tron. I think a lot of people don't really understand. I never did do a review of Tron, so maybe that should be on my list as well, to do a review of Tron and what it meant. So this could give me, as far as like wanting to go see this. I actually can't go see this because of personal reason. When it comes on streaming, of course I would love to see it once it's on streaming. It's doing a decent marketing effort here. I don't see any big issues with it, except for if you loved Legacy. You don't see Legacy so far, right? That's the only thing that's missing from this so far, is that you don't see much of what occurred in the last movie. Let's see more.
And
Ooh, that is, oh my god, that is so cool. Yeah.
hang on! A malfunctioning program who wants to live. Why is that? It's just
Flynn.
a feeling. Fascinating.
Oh wow. The heck is that? So yes, the visuals look so good. It's got all the tropes of a Tron movie. I love this color scheme of red and black. So cool, love it. Oh, there's a sky beam. There's a sky beam in the background of that visual there. Yes, I mean, if I had the money to go see it in the theater, I'm sure this would look nice and really good. And this probably look really good in IMAX. It looks visually stunning, definitely cinematic. It's got all the cinematic notes that you might want to have in a movie, that that you can like leave your house and go see it in a big theater and enjoy. I'm hoping that the story is going to be as good. I'm going to go check out the reviews, and I'll be right back with some comments about the reviews. Okay, I just took a look at the reviews, and they are, I don't see from anybody that they absolutely love this movie. but I know that there will be some people who absolutely will love this movie. Just from the trailer, okay? Just from the visuals. And so there's a lot of people that visuals matter to them more than anything, more than story. This franchise started with a very low box office result for Tron. It was one of those niche movies, I would say, cult classics that people just couldn't forget the effects in this movie. And they really did make a big effort to promote Tron and to get it to be a success, but it just did not catch on like it should have. It was, I think, too jarring for people. There were a lot of people who were like into the special effects of Tron, and a lot of people who never got it, and always thought it was hokey. And I was one of those people, of course, who loved it because I love science fiction and any form I could get my hands on. And this was like right up my alley. And even Tron Legacy, really wasn't like a huge, huge hit, but it did better. There are people who that's their favorite movie of all time is Tron Legacy. I thought it was good. I had my issues with it, but it brought about some really cool aspects. I was very leery to adopt the idea of going to see Tron Legacy because I didn't see very much of a connection to Tron, the original Tron movie. One thing about Tron Legacy, they did try to do some really pretty cool special effects that didn't quite work out. Like de-aging Jeff Bridges, it just was so fake in there. It would be something else if every character in the grid looked like him, but he was supposed to be a real person. And so that would have been my workaround. I would have made everybody computerized and then like, oh, that's why he looks like that, because he's a computer program. So it was very, very difficult for a lot of people to accept that, and myself included. That's one part of the movie that didn't work for me, was that. But I appreciate the effort to try to do something like that live action human CGI character. The music, the mood, there was some really good story notes that were fantastic. I love the ISOs. I thought that was such a cool concept, and I really wanted more of them, more content about the ISOs, more information about this. Sam and Cora, what happened to those guys? What happened to them there? You do see Jeff Bridges, so somehow his character is there, but it looks like he's in the grid. Is he just a cameo for the people who are looking for connections to this movie and the older movies? The reviews are also are really not that great. A lot of people are saying it's visually stunning. The music is outstanding. They did not go with Daft Punk this time. They said that the music's just fantastic. And a lot of people already, ready for the soundtrack of this movie. So of course, that's always been the thing with Tron. Great music. Everybody says that the visuals are great, and you can see that in the trailer. The trailer really gives us a great sense of that. What the trailer doesn't do is give us a sense of the story too much. Like I was piecing together maybe the Matrix with like maybe wars are going on planet Earth, and people are wanting to use these digital soldiers to fight wars or become police operatives in different parts of the world. So I was getting that kind of vibe, but I wasn't really getting. One thing I thought was really interesting is that Cillian Murphy is probably one of the most incredible actors right now. He was in Tron Legacy. And why wasn't he in this movie? Sort of like, hey, there was the setup right there. I talked about it in my review for Tron Legacy, which was like, there he was. This is the setup right here for your bad guy for the next movie. So who's this new guy and what's his deal? Now I did look into it, and it seems to be the grandson of Dillinger, the first movie's evil bad guy. It's an interesting turn of events to how far into the future are we? I'm just really curious about that. So no matter what the critics say, there's always going to be somebody who loves this movie. There's always going to be somebody who loves this movie more than anything, and I can't wait to kind of see it and then chime in and give my opinion about it, because it might actually be different than other people's. I'm really excited to see what they do with some of the characters and pictures that I've been seeing online of the movie. The thing that I'm really kind of concerned about with this movie is that they have, um, Jared and Jody are two. I would say I wouldn't call them troublemakers, but they're people that the public may not exactly enjoy or have talked about at length of not really enjoying them so much. So there may be some people who are like avoiding the film to avoid those two guys. According to Rotten Tomatoes, the first review: striking visuals, solid action, and a phenomenal soundtrack. However, the story is not up to their snuff. They said that, quote unquote, the story is a little undercooked. And yeah, it's so sad that that's the case. But I actually want to see this so I can get a good handle on what they tried to do. And let's take it to Twitter really quickly. Let's see. Let's take it to Twitter. So let's see. Meg says Tron Ares is an audio and visual feast. It's unfortunate the rest of the film is just okay. A clunky, uneven script leads to awkward humor and repetitive plot points. Greta Lee, Jodie Turner-Smith are standouts. Solid grid action, but doesn't hit the highs of its predecessors. Ooh, okay. That's from Meg. Ashley says John Ares, a visual spectacle with amazing action, a pulse pounding 9-inch nail score that drives every scene. Ooh, but the story is just okay and relies too much on hitting nostalgic beats. Characters are pretty flat, but Greta Lee and Jodie Turner-Smith are standouts. Let's see. Kevin says, just saw Tron's Ares, adrenaline-fueled neon bliss. 15 years after Legacy, it's worthy glow-up. Nice AI story with philosophical bite, upgraded plot. Jared Leto is great. Greta Lee shines. Visuals, mind-blowing grid evolution. Or 9-inch nail score rattles your soul. Okay, so this guy likes it a lot. Let's see another one. So film posters, TM Josie Marie says Tron Ares is a good time combining mythos with technological advancements. There are nods to past projects while looking towards the future. Brilliant cast with stunning visual effects and score. I wanted injected into my veins. Oh, this person speaks my language. So we're getting a sense there's a lot of people who are enjoying it and some people are just not. They're just not getting it. And I think on subsequent views, we may get some people who might be more interested in the story plot, because I noticed that with Legacy is one that a lot of people, they initially had said they weren't interested in, and then after like actually watching it a few times, they became more and more interested in the story. So I think when it comes to movies, this is one that will grow some legs, and there are going to be some super fans of this, as I can see. Geek Tyrant says, review Tron Ares pulls you back into the grid for one hell of a awesome immersive ride. That is, yeah, that's another good one. Let's see. All right, so yeah, that I think that sums it up. Some people are already loving it. Some people are not really in for it. They're just like, the story. There are probably some people who are not going to see this movie because of their prior concepts or thoughts of Jared Leto and Jodie Turner Smith. From what I'm hearing and I'm actually liking is that there are connections to the old Tron movies, and I think that might be the one anchor that keeps fans in the loop here. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing it in streaming. I wish I could go see it in the theater, but you know, I have circumstances that prevents me to go to see these things in the theaters. But if I had a ticket, I would buy a ticket to go see this movie if I could buy a ticket and go see it. So did the trailer do what it was supposed to? I think it was a tease. It doesn't really give you much story. There was no emotion. I really love trailers that give you emotion, but it gave you music, it gave you visuals. So 2 out of 3 is not bad, right? So I love when a movie trailer can do all three. Hit the emotional aspects, get you the action, the visual pleasure that you want to see, and the music. I will add 4 to that. Is that if you're talking about a series or an IP that has a long lasting IP, you need to see familiar images to help you realize this is the thing that you remember. So the nostalgia should be in, at least some of the nostalgia should be in the movie trailer. And that could also help add more emotion to it because we're talking about long-standing characters, long-standing emotions tied into other movies, and now you're tying it into this movie. So if it is a series, you really need those nostalgic beats in the trailer. And then when you get to the actual movie, you can actually proceed with your new characters and your new concepts. So one thing about these trailer reactions is that I don't make a dime off of it because YouTube has copyright claim on all of them because the trailer companies or the studios claim these videos, but I do love doing them because we get to study Hollywood a little bit more. We get to study filmmaking a little bit more and the marketing aspects of it. It's all about our education of film and the films we love and what makes us go to the theater to see these movies. Why do we love movies so much? And so this is all part of it and a part of our not only our education but diving deeper into these aspects and concepts. I really want to know your point of view on any of this. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. YouTube is going to offer another video. Please watch it if you can. It really helps the channel out a lot. Make sure you're subscribed, all that stuff. Right. Take care and have a wonderful day. See you again real soon.